Hello, welcome back to Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland, in which we are taking on the boss, Paint Roller. Paint Roller is a very simple boss. He likes to paint little objects on his canvases and throws them at you. So all you have to do is just, intake his paintings and shoot them back. Some of them do give you copy abilities. That car does give you wheel, and I think this ball gives you the ability ball. I think it's called ball, even though you would think it'd be called bounce, but whatever. And here is microphone. If you have any copy abilities against bosses, it'll make the boss battles really easy. So, I kind of try to give him somewhat of a fighting chance to not make them seem extremely pathetic, even though they are. I love the music to Butter Building. It's extremely memorable, and they use this. I really like the remix, and Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's just really nice. It's short, but I think this one probably might be one of the more famous Kirby songs, even though Kirby music in general is awesome. I love Kirby music, but this one I know a lot of people here that have heard this one. So cheerful, so nice. So, and here we are fighting Mr. TikTok again, and so I'm deciding to stone around. Anywho, just fighting him again and ignoring his copy ability. I like this level. It's a little simple, but I mean it's the first level, but But it does introduce us to the switches. This game has switches. Yes. The first switch is a very easy switch because they want to introduce you to what these are. So you jump through that thing and boom, it unlocks areas. And you will find out if you don't have areas is if you complete all the levels, including the boss, and you look around, you see these brown squares around, and that just means that there's an area locked and you need to unlock it. And one way you can always find out if you didn't get the area right away is if you just it's the areas that are locked tend to be the closest to the door to where you can get it unlocked. So that's an easy way to find out. I also think the doors are colored differently, as if there's a secret there that you didn't get, but I can't remember. Usually the thing with me with Kirby games is that if I know the Kirby games in and out, just by instinct, I'll get 100%. I don't know why, I just will. It's not counting every game, because Kirby's Dreamland 3, which I haven't played that much. I bought it on the Virtual Console when it came out. I enjoy it, but I don't play it that often, so a lot of times I don't remember how to get 100% in that game. But I would also argue that Kirby's Dreamland 3 is actually kind of difficult. I mean, it's not the hardest game, but some of those things I ask you to find in order to get 100%, I scratch my head. I'm like, how are you supposed to figure that out on your own? But whatever. And here we are fighting Wheelie again, and this time he actually shoots out. This time we get the same shootout projectiles. Yes, he shoots little babies at himself. He's kind of sick like that. This is also like one of the few moments where having wheel is fun, because any other situation you wouldn't really use wheel, but help you get to the level a lot faster, which is a plus. I don't know why I'm just waiting there forever. And here is the next mini boss, Mr. Bugsy. Bugsy? I think it's Bugsy. He actually gives you a move called throw, if I'm correct. I think I'm wrong. I think it's suplex actually. And he's actually very simple. He just shoots out little beetles, he jumps around, and he tries to grab you with his, a backdrop. You know, in Kirby Superstar, they call it, suplex. Backdrop's a very simple move. You grab an enemy, and you just throw it, which makes really cool things. But I think in this level only, though, it's the only moments where you'll see it be used in a really cool manner. Like this one right here, where you just grab, boom, that shit's so cool. But yeah, I can't recall many other moments where you're gonna be using it. Oh, it's Bugsy. Bugsy, I don't know, it has 2 Z's in it. Yeah, I did my research. Oops. So, yes, dying sucks, but it's not a major consequence. You just start at the beginning of the level. However, despite me just saying there is no consequence, if you have to unlock like a switch and you need an ability with you, and you die, you lose that ability. So unless that ability is easy to grab, you're screwed. Alright, so this area right here... Oh no, I'm sorry, not that area, it's a different area. But when I bring it up, I'll mention the difference between Kirby's Adventure and this game. Because, yeah, you know, when it comes up, I'll bring it up. It's a very easy stage, just take the top route and you get out. One thing I don't like about Kirby's Nightmare in Dreamland is that I don't like the fact that when you get hit once, you lose your copy ability. I find that extremely annoying, and you know, it's like, there's no leniency. If you get hit once, you're screwed, and it's like, really? Because that makes some things frustrating. But not impossible, but you know, it's used as a means of challenge, but, you know, I would like to keep my ability without having to, you know, fight to get it back again. And yes, I did pretty much lose, like, all my health trying to get that copy ability back, which is, well, dumb on my part. Area is really floaty. You just, you know, gotta follow it up easily. I mean, there's really not much to it. But going back to losing the ability, I'm glad that in, you know, games like Kirby Superstar Ultra and Kirby Superstar and Ultra, you know, you get to keep your copy ability for a while. You know, that's something I really like. You know, it's actually, you know, one of the reasons why I really like them a lot. I can't figure out doors. Now here is our next mini boss, Bonkers. He has a very simple strategy. He moves back and forth, tries to hit you from where you were last standing, and throws nuts at you. And when his hammer hits the ground, he drops a little stars so you can shoot back at him. But what makes him probably one of the best mini bosses is that he gives you hammer. And I actually, you know, thinking about it, even though Cutter is one of my favorites, I think Hammer is my favorite copy ability because it's so useful. It's extremely powerful. It will completely take chunks out of enemies, like the boss's HPs, and it helps break out new areas so that you can get the secrets. It's extremely useful. And I like the fact that in this game they give them like the little, we call them headbands, which I guess is supposed to be like based off of like a Japanese worker who would wear like the headbands. I could be completely wrong, but you know, it's a nice little touch. See, that's like one of the reasons why I like the hats. I like the fact that they can be very creative with the hats and make it look all cute and all that and cool at the same time. Yeah, you really don't want to lose hammer. Alright, so this area right here, originally, oh no, I'm still wrong. I'm sorry, it's just at one point, the way this door is open, one of them's kind of lazy, and we'll see it. I just can't remember which one it was, but it's not that one, because that one's not lazy, because you can see the fog go in and out, so. Now, I mistakenly grabbed stone here, even though you don't need it. This secret one's pretty easy. You just have to stay to the top. If you go straight across, you'll fall in that trap and not be able to get it. Luckily, though, you can go back and try this one again, so, you know, it's not that much of a consequence. It's really just more of your patience. I mean, if you don't have the patience to do it, you might not do it, but, no, it's not hard. And here is a dark room. Now, this actually shows off probably the least used copy ability, light. That's all it does. You shoot up in the air, lights up the room. And extremely situational. You know, it has no other purpose other than this. So I'd call it probably the most useless move in the game. Even more useless than sleep, because sleep actually has a little function to it. That, meh. Yeah, sure, lights up your room, but, you know. And when you play the game for a second time, you'll never use it. Because you'll know where the secrets are in which the light ability is supposed to help you out with in the later level. Seeing how the Kirby franchise is considered a beginner franchise, it's really easy to rack up lives. So don't have an issue thinking you might game over. And here we are at our next boss is, actually, not boss is, which are Mr. Schine and Mr. Bright. They have pretty simple strategies. They'll switch turns trying to kill you, but each one will actually try, quote unquote, to hurt you. But they're actually giving you a copy ability. So this moon gives you cutter because it's, you know, shaped like a like a boomerang, or, you know, half a crescent. And the sun gives you fire. But once you defeat one of them, it goes up in the air. You just have to defeat both of them, and they collide, and planet pop star explodes, and there goes the universe of that. I mean, the solar system. So yeah, just remember that. And here is our 4th level, Grape Garb. Really like the music here. It's very slow and soft. Gives the you know, it complements the atmosphere extremely well because it's a cloudy area. Now you might be curious. You might be wondering. This seems pretty familiar to Kirby's Dreamland 1. Well, Kirby's Dreamland, in which, you know, one of the levels is a cloudy area. And to that, you are right. We will be seeing someone familiar, which is pretty cool. Now they do give you UFO here, which is very useful. Alright, well, right here in this clutter, as you can tell, there's a block which has a plus, essentially. Now, if you break all of them and you get to the center one, well, if you get to the center one day, there is a little red dot. If you hit up on it, it's a hidden switch. Pretty clever. And here is the copy ability, Tornado. I don't like Tornado in this game. It's really sluggish, and what I mean by that is you're supposed to hit B, and if you tap B faster, you can elevate, and you can control your direction with the D-pad. But I don't. But the way you control takes too long. It's like to me it feels the controls are not responsive. So I don't like it. I understand it's like, oh, you're out of control, but it's not very fun if you can't move where you're supposed to, you know, go. Yes, I tried to move on from there for some reason. I really like Spark. Spark works just like another move which we haven't seen yet, which is Ice, if I'm correct. You just hold down B. Oh no, I'm sorry. The most similar move is like Needle. You just hold down B, and well, you get this really nice lightning effect, and destroys anything that it touches. Very simple, but effective. I do like the little lightning sparks that come off the hat, and it's a nice little detail. Looks a lot like the move Plasma in like Kirby Superstar Ultra. It's interesting because in Kirby's Return to Dreamland, they actually kind of combined Plasma with Spark. So like what the move Plasma could do is what Spark can do, which makes sense to me because Kirby Superstar Kirby Superstar and Ultra is remake. I should just, you know, go by one title. Doesn't really matter which one I'm referencing. They introduce a lot of moves as well, kind of like in this game where they had like Burning and Fire. But some of them, the divisions seem a little pointless, but yeah, I mean, that's its own. I mean, each own game had its own faults. I like this track, it's very fast and upbeat. Now here's a little rope, and if you burn it with either fire or burning, or even UFO, you can jump into a cannon and you blast off in the air. It's pretty cool. I think only one of them, though, gives you a secret switch. Most of them doing really nothing. Here we are up in the sky with these, well, I guess you can call them air fortresses or airships. Air. It's a pretty nice level. Now with, I like the little wind detail that it gives. With this level, you need to go all the way to the end, believe it or not. Now you can die, but if you go all the way to the end and hit up right here, is a switch where the wind is dead. So don't miss that, because you might see the other doors and go through them and just progress with the level. But try to seek out to the very end. A little exploration will reward you, unless it's a bottomless pit that only ends in death, which sucks. I really like these little fan graphic details. They're nice. I actually think that Adventure also has something similar. It doesn't look as nice, but they both do it well. Even though the graphics in this game are extremely nice, I will say that, you know, Kirby's Adventure for what the Nintendo Entertainment System was, probably was like the best looking game on the Nintendo Entertainment System, because it looks great on it. You can technically buy, like I did mention that I have the Kirby Adventure on the 3DS. Well, before I get back to that, here's Ball. You hit B and you start bouncing around like a madman. Ball's not that fun in all honesty, because just like Tornado, it's kind of sluggish. And the biggest issue is that even though it's cool that you bounce around after a while, you might lose momentum faster than you think you would. And you kind of, well, you can't do anything. And you could accidentally kill yourself, which even sucks even more. Or at least with Tornado, that's like impossible. With Ball though, there's a great chance you will die. It's a little puzzle, real quick. You gotta get all the way to the bottom before the bomb gives out. If you don't make it, the area gets blocked off, which sucks. Now, getting back to what I was saying earlier, you can get Kirby's Adventure on the 3DS. It's a 3D title, so they add like this little effect to make it look 3D. It's simple, you can't really see it, but it's nice. But the nicer fact is that it's in, that you can play the game. So, you know, you can so you can really appreciate it and enjoy it. But what kind of makes me sad is back like a year ago. Actually, was it a year ago? I think it was more than. No, it really was a year ago. The Nintendo 3DS dropped in price, so it went from $250 to $160. And in order to reward people who got it for $250, because that was a pretty significant drop, and in only a matter of a few months after the handheld was released, they would reward the people who bought it for $250 10 Nintendo Entertainment System titles and 10 Game Boy Advance titles, which to me was pretty good. Unfortunately, Kirby's the Amazing Mirror made that list, but not this game, which made me sad. I mean, they did release, I think, Adventure after the fact, so, I mean, that was nice, but I like this one more, so I really wish they would have this, but hey, who knows, maybe in the future when they start releasing Game Boy Advance titles on the 3DS, because you know they will. I mean, I really doubt they will never release them, because they probably will. I really hope this makes it on the list. Might be redundant because there's already a version available, but I mean, please. Kind of spoke over a few bosses, like well, one boss I wanted to talk about, but I mean, they all repeat, so I'll bring him back up when he comes up. So yeah, there's a little secret room here. You just have to fall through those clouds in the middle to find it. You just get one up though, it's nothing spectacular. Helping find out all this, showing off all the secrets to the stage. Here's another gauntlet with Meta Knight. I think they only do these gauntlets if the stages themselves aren't all that long. It's not often, but I don't think there's any gauntlets where the stages are extremely long and they just throw these in there. So the bad guy strategies are very simple, so even this guy who's like all over the place, you just gotta make sure you don't, you know, die. Which I have in fact died to, which is kind of sad on my part. I don't know why they have these like annoying crevices everywhere. They're useless, you just fall in them. I'll catch you all in part 3.